Welcome back to K 2022, the leading trade fair for plastics and rubber. Extrusion is a major part of the plastics industry, and Battenfeld Cincinnati is the leader in basically everything from A to Z dealing with extrusion technology. Herr Schley, as CEO of the company, what brings you to the show? Why is it important, and what are you showing?
First of all, the show is very much important for us. It's every 3 years, and this is a leading technology show. So for us, this is the key driver, and we need to be here. And we are happy to be here after the last 3 years with all the crises around the world. So fantastic to being here. What are we showing this year at the show is everything what has to do with pipe extrusion, single screw, twin screw extruders, and also our packaging lines. So, and we are showing the new design of our new lines for the pipe up to 630 millimeter. This is our newest technology, and also we are showing a new technology for drip irrigation, which we developed together with a partner, and this is also the launching part this year and one of our key drivers. So water management and construction, window profiles, this is where we are feeling our home and where is our core drivers for this year's show. Mm-hmm.
Now, these past 2 years or so, a lot has happened. Socially, yes, globally, of course. For the industry especially, tastes have changed, demand has changed. What have you seen change over the past 2 years, and what do you think will maintain, will keep going forward, and what do you think will snap back to a relative normal position?
Yeah, a lot of changes, you said it already. Especially what drives us in the last 2 years was the whole world of digitalization. I think we learned that we not have to drive and to fly every time to a customer. So many things changed in our company. We changed our lifestyle. We have a lot of people in home offices, and was one of the major drivers. And I would say the good thing or the bad thing was this give a boost to the whole digitalization in our daily life and also in our products. So we're starting thinking from a different side. Probably a portion of that will change back as we today here on the present show, but the majority I will think will stay. So there's mind changes in the world.
From a customer perspective, have you noticed their demands change for possibly a different type of machinery, or are certain product lines making much more revenue than others, say 2 years ago?
Of course, what drives us is the climate changes, digitalization. So every customer asking, what can your machine bring us as a contribution to that we can save our climate? Energy saving is a big boost, and of course recycling, circular economy. That's in every discussion. What can you provide us, and where is your newest technology? What are you doing in that field? And this was also the drivers, only in the past 2 years for us. This drives us since many years. But I would say the last 2 years give a really booster in some of the areas.
Great, fantastic. Herr Schley, Mr. Schley, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Great, and moving on, we do hope to speak to another exhibitor before we run out of time here. I was earlier speaking to the company Amut from Italy. They're demonstrating some interesting technologies. Let me walk fast here. They're a little bit further away than I expected. Here we are. Okay, we're at the stand of Amut Ecotech out of Italy. I'm going to try and find their CEO, Mr. Milani. And he is to be found certainly somewhere here. And we're going to try and get him.
Right now he's over there.
He's over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can we interrupt him?
let me check.
Okay. We're going to give it a shot. CEOs often are pulled in many different directions, so we don't want to break into his customer contacts. But as you can see at the K this year, there's been a deep investment in stand, in bringing equipment, in really every company, every exhibitor showing their best face. It's a show every 3 years, so the companies within the industry really save up and invest heavily in this show. And he's just finishing up here, shaking hands. Mr. Milani, thank you very much for finding the time. I'm sorry if I cut you off short. Tell us a little bit about your company, what your core business is.
We have our company has three main core business. One is extrusion, as far as concerned extrusion lines. Then we have here after the cast film, stretch film lines. That is also very important. But let's say the most growing and more interesting area of the business in this moment is for sure recycling, and we have a dedicated corner over there.
Oh, you're demonstrating that here.
Yes.
Let's go have a look. Fantastic.
Of course, we can demonstrate through, let's say, 3D design and videos because the machine is very huge.
And here's an example here. Okay, yeah. Just tell us a little bit about from the beginning to the end exactly what the machine is accomplishing.
This is a typical line for post-consumer PET bottle recycling. So starting from, let's say, unsorted post-consumer bottle, we sort and we wash, and we can arrive back to a very cleaning material up to final bottle-to-bottle grade. And again, this is a perfect occasion to demonstrate that post-consumer plastic is not a problem. If you have the right technology, is a great resource.
Is this commercially viable without government mandates of recycling?
Sure.
So the raw material produced by this actually has the value to justify the initial cost of investment.
Doesn't need subvention. This is a business that is the real business, growing business, and in this moment is a fast-growing business everywhere on the world. Not
Great.
only in Europe, but North America, South America, everywhere.
Great. Mr. Milani, thank you very much for finding the time, finally for speaking with us. Sorry for cutting you off.
Thank you very much.
So there it is, a new take on recycling, government intervention and mandates. CEO of Amut claims that it's commercially viable even without mandates from government. The raw materials produced are commercially of value to be reused in a circular economy. Interesting to hear. We'll see what the future brings. Stay with us at the K. We're going to be speaking with many more companies, many more chief executive officers at the show these coming days. We hope you can find time to join us. And more importantly, we hope you are finding your way to Dusseldorf for the K 2022.